Hello, all my movie-loving maniacs, and thank you so much for watching, and welcome to another Movie Fights single match that I'm doing. And if you watched that last one I did, thank you so much for watching, and all this originated from that birthday extravaganza video that I did. If you've watched those, thank you for watching, and I've brought back my two judges for a topic that should be very interesting, and especially between these two gentlemen, because it is a topic that is a little divisive right now, and it is about James Bond. And the topic is what they should do with James Bond next, because the last James Bond movie was No Time to Die, which is the end of Daniel Craig's run as James Bond. Now, generally speaking, some people the Daniel Craig area is split in the middle between fans. I mean, there's some people that like it, and then some people that are a little apprehensive about it. I know me and Drake like the Daniel Craig era, but you have some issues with it. But generally speaking, among fans, it's like Casino Royale, Skyfall, and No Time to Die are his best ones. And Spectre and Quantum of Solace are the worst ones. But I know you have, I know you're not too pleased with it, but me and Drake are, so. But we'll get into that. But like I said, it was the end of the Daniel Craig area with No Time to Die, and I wanted y'all to tell me what they should do with James Bond next, and I'm gonna start with Drake first. So as before, here are the rules. Y'all gonna give your opening arguments. Then after that, I'm gonna give y'all 4 minutes to pretty much try to rebuttal each other, and then after that, closing arguments, and then I will decide a winner. So y'all ready?
Yes, sir. Go for it.
All right, Drake. Tell me.
Alright. I'm gonna start off with saying, I feel like they should turn the James Bond into like a mini Netflix series, where it's like you can expand on all the double O's, you can go into the backstory of each individual character, you can have actual crossovers with each double O's and other operatives in different nations like the USA and China and other supporters or allies, to go further in depth with the lore and story, as well as expand on the books as well.
Interesting. All right, David, what do you think they should do with James Bond next?
I think they should stick with the movies, but instead of going forward with like a female James Bond, because I don't think that'll work at all, they should do like a Pierce Brosnan type James Bond again. Sort of like with GoldenEye, No Time. What is it? Die Another Day, and what is it? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow Never Dies.
Tomorrow Never Dies. Thank you.
In the world is never enough. So you want James Bond to go back to that era of James Bond where it was all gadgets and everything to the basic level.
It's not just the gadgets. It was just the atmosphere of it. Like it was serious, but it was borderline. Like it's extravagant,
fun, but still but maintains a sense of realism.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so y'all got 4 minutes, so go ahead and rebuttal each other and fight.
Netflix stuff?
I would say any like Hulu Prime, doesn't really matter. That's why I said a breakdown of several different, you can do several different character arcs, several different overall arcing themes. You can pretty much make it a giant like extravaganza instead of having to wait like 5-6 years for each movie to come out. Because let's look at how like even though this is a bad name drop, like Game of Thrones, how they did like the production on stuff, and they can still do the same thing with James Bond. But also you can do it like, you can have like 001, 2, 3, all the way up, because in the Pierce Brosnan ones, they had a 006 that betrayed 007. That's the first time we've seen another 00. So it's like we can go into that, as well as like keep it current or modern, where we can take the daughter that we just found out about and make her 00, or see how she goes out through her life in the future.
I can't. Nah. For a series, no, because then you have to constantly do it instead of just doing it all one big thing, like big blockbuster things. I think James Bond is more of a blockbuster thing, not just a series.
But that's why you can. That's why I say reference Game of Thrones, because each episode was especially around like the Red Wedding, everything was a blockbuster event. Like they had everybody water cooling hype. Like everybody was talking about it. And who said you had to have the same individual each episode? Double O's, like, you don't know how many there are. You can have a different individual, a different actor each episode doing a different thing, and still incorporate them in some way, shape, and form to make it more cohesive and more expansive. Because like I said, there's more books that you can still go dive into, as well as taking some of the movies and having their own like modernized or throwback version of it. And still, whatever Bonds that are still alive, you can still bring them in as either characters or M's or Q's. You can bring them as back characters or side characters or just cameos whatsoever.
They kind of ruined that in Skyfall because they said it himself. His name is James Bond. It's no longer a title. His name was actually James Bond. They kind of they kind of closed that door on it, unless they do a full retcon.
I mean, essentially that's what Daniel Craig was.
A retcon? Nah, no. Was it?
From Pierce Brosnan, essentially I feel like, well, to me, every new face of Bond is a retcon.
Nah, because the theory was that it was a title. It was like, like Princess Bride. They explained the Dread Pirate Roberts. It's just the title. You only need the name to get the respect. That's it. They believe the name. They won't believe you. So, I think they kind of killed that when they said his actual name was James Bond.
Well, with that being said, with that being said, James Bond, now he's passed away. This current iteration, you can still use the name anyway as an alias for any individual or any of the 007s, but not use it so much where it's like it's being overused, and it's like it's no longer has its value as a whole or like main to the actual series.
I think that would defeat the purpose of the title character, wouldn't it?
I mean, but this is the first time our title character's been dead, so now they can go in any way with it.
Yeah, that's true. Damn, yeah, shit.
Alright, I think I'm gonna call it there because you only got 10 seconds left, so. Alright, so now for final arguments, I'll start with Drake. Or would you like him to go first?
I would like him
to. Alright, go ahead and give me your final thoughts.
I honestly think that Netflix or any type of streaming services will not shell out the money that they did for Game of Thrones. Because Game of Thrones, I think every episode was like in the millions for every episode. I don't think any other streaming service would do that, which is why I believe it should stay as a movie. Because the movie, as I said, is about the gadgets, the extravagance, the bombastic attitude or atmosphere of James Bond. That's what made James Bond James Bond.
Alright, that's all you got?
Yeah.
Alright, Drake.
To counter that argument, they're making a second season, or it was a third season of The Mandalorian. That looks like it costs a lot of money. The Boys looks like it costs a lot of money. Like, they have different streaming services that are willing to shell out that stuff, especially on older products like James Bond. So I don't feel like money is an issue because they already have the fan base and like pretty much any new face that they find, like a young handsome male or whatever. Especially in my case where they can bring in multiple people, they can either bring up new rising talent and flesh them out, or they can bring in people with even higher fan bases to mix in with the James Bond fan base to grow even further. So regardless, it's a plus. And also, like I said earlier, who wants to wait 5 years for the next, like the second part of a movie, like the sequel of it, when you can just have different seasons that are probably like 2 years out. The worst case scenario, like Stranger Things, where it's like a few years out because of a pandemic or whatever, but you'll still have more continuous content as well as different iterations where it's like, okay, I like this version of this Bond, or this version of this Bond, where it's just not like the same individual, and that way the people who want the females or the black Bond or whatever also get what they want.
Alright, time. Alright. Damn. Alright, first off, both of y'all give each other hints because that was good. I mean, you brought the facts in. You definitely brought the practicalities. So, David, so yeah, you definitely know your James Bond history where he's talking about how the James Bond is a title that gets passed on to different people or whatever. So, I'll give you that. And the fact that you say you want a Pierce Brosnan type back, which while it would be cool, but I think we've seen time and time again as we go back to different eras, like sometimes it's not always good to just regress back to a time and era that didn't work. And plus so right now I'm ultimately going with Drake because yes, while James Bond does belong in the movies, but I feel like the next natural step is for James Bond to do a mini-series on whatever streaming service. And yeah, like no stream. You did have a good point when you said like no other streaming service will bring out a Game of Thrones budget, but other streaming services have shown that they're willing to put the money into other shows like The Boys or Stranger Things or The Mandalorian or whatever. And plus I also like how he pretty much pitched the miniseries, how we have different bonds in different eras, and plus there'll be something for everybody. You want your female one, there's your female one. You want your black one, there's your black one. You want your Kevin Corny one, there's your Kevin Corny one. So pretty much the miniseries is not only gonna pretty much be like pretty much its own thing and be a continuation, and not only that, but like it was something about the shit, I lost the point. But anyways, ultimately I'm going with Drake.
I can accept that defeat.
Thank you.
He was throwing out some good. He kept me on my toes. That was a good one.
It's like 5 minutes prep, dog.
I had to do something. David, you fought valiantly. All right, Drake, congratulations.
Thank you.
You have one to your name as a script, because right now he has two because he did do another match after the whole birthday thing. So, but I might have you in consideration for whenever I do a tournament in the not too distant future, and hopefully, David, you'll get up there too. So I'm definitely gonna bring you back for something else. So that's it. And pretty much any other words to each other and anything you want to say to them. And
I wish I knew more facts. I just wish I knew more facts.
Yeah. No, I don't. You would have definitely Steve wrote me. No. I know.
And any final thoughts regarding James Bond going forward, though?
What do you think should be the next James Bond?
Honestly, in a few years, I kind of want to see because everyone's saying Tom Holland. I kind of want to see the kid from Doom, like what he'll do in the future. Yeah, I want to see what he might be able to do in the next few years.
I was thinking that Crazy Rich Asians, the main actor for that.
You never saw that, did you?
As if he liked it. Isn't he a Shang-Chi guy?
No.
But he was he played Snake Eyes in that new G.I. Joe movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and he's half British, so it could work.
Whatever they take, whatever take they decide to go with James Bond, I'm excited but hey, we'll just have to see, because again, I know some people wasn't too happy with Daniel Craig, but hey, I was so. But anyway,
I like his aggression, like he was a beast. Yeah.
But again, fellas, thank you for coming on, and both of y'all fought valiantly. This is your boy Bangful B. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, wash your hands, and peace.